Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to go over the photo aspect of what I do or what I used to do. And as you've seen at the beginning of the videos I've done lately, Vegas Alien, photographer, drummer, or drummer photographer, however I put that. But I'm not going to go through my whole history, just briefly. I got trained in black and white photography, fine art photography. And then I worked for a commercial photo studio in Bloomington, Illinois, and that's where I learned lighting and different formats of camera, 4x5, 8x10, medium format. But the lighting aspect is what was really valuable about my time at that studio. Now, a lot of portrait photographers just put up a couple of umbrellas and it's kind of flat lighting, or they have ratios and they set everything the same every time. I was aware of how that was done. I'm very familiar with lighting ratios and discrete lighting, but I like to control my lighting. I used a lot of soft boxes and snoots and barn doors, and put light only where it needs to be in the image, and basically sculpted with light. Now, when I lived in Chicago, I lived in a couple of cool loft buildings. The buildings themselves lent to creative images because they were pretty cool. And you'll see some of these when I go through the slideshow of images. But what did I not shoot? Weddings, pets, screaming kids. That was on my website, and when I relaunch the site, that's probably going to be up there again. But I basically shot boudoir photography and fine art photography, fine art nudes and erotic nudes, not porn. I had people approach me wanting me to shoot that, but basically the difference between porn and fine art erotica is the quality of light. The subject matter, if you shoot something that's a little beyond erotic, but you put nice light on it, it ceases from being titillating to being, something that strikes awe, like, wow, that's a gorgeous image. And that's kind of what I went for in the fine art nudes, the erotica, and even the boudoir photography. Now, I wasn't a traditional model photographer. I'm not shooting something for somebody's portfolio that's going to get them work, even though, I did a few of those images. I got people, hand modeling jobs and different stuff. I've done some headshots, but that's not what that wasn't my strong suit. And you'll see what I really excelled in here as we start going through these images. So as you'll see, I shot a lot of alternative looking models. A lot of heavily tattooed models with different type of hair, some bald models, just people who have a different look, a different edge to them. And I might just go for just a singular great image from any series or from any session, or I might do a short series of images from that. But I'm not going for a whole disc full of images. I was going for the finished fine image. And that's what basically you're going to be looking at here, are just finished images that are just of very high quality, rather than just a bunch of stuff one after the other. There's a sameness to it. I'm looking for just something that's just stunning, a showstopper. So that's what these images are. Now, I shot Jasleen here from America's Next Top Model. Honestly, the best model I've ever had in front of my camera. She looked at the lights. She knew what the lights did. She knew where to stand and how to pose. I really didn't have to tell her anything, and got some great stuff. Just a great lady. But most of the other women I shot with are just amateurs, just, cool women from around Chicago. And I shot some in LA too. I didn't shoot so much when I lived in Las Vegas, but that's really where I did start shooting. And that's where I got the name Vegas Alien. In a nutshell, when I lived in Las Vegas, I moved from Chicago, and back in late 2000, and I shaved my head, got an earring. I had the Fu Manchu mustache, and I had some Oakley over-the-top sunglasses. And I took a self-portrait to show my family what I look like now. And I was playing around in Photoshop, and I came across this hue of green. I'm like, wow, I look like an alien. Vegas Alien. And right then I bought the domain name, and I will be relaunching vegasalien.com shortly. But I do have a couple of links I'll be sharing with you where you can buy merch of my signature images. Now, the first link that I've got, and that's down below, that's down in the description, you'll see the first link is basically just my merch store. That's where you can buy t-shirts and coffee mugs and of my signature images. This is the PG stuff, the G to PG stuff. And the other link, please don't click there if you're under 18, if you're not of the age of majority where you live. That's adult stuff, so don't click there if you're not an adult. That's for, older eyes. And you can order prints there and canvas prints, regular fine art prints, mounted or unmounted, framed, matted. There's a lot of different ways and sizes you can order those images. And I think the canvas prints have probably been the most popular because they hang on the wall easy and they just look cool, and they're, about that thick. So take a look at those. But let's go through some of these images. I'm not going to really talk about each of these. I'm just going to do a slideshow on these. And as you can see, I shot with a lot of beautiful people. And most of these folks were just really, really super cool. I liked all the different locations. I lived in a couple cool buildings in Chicago. We had, rooftops to shoot on. We had alleyways. Chicago has a lot of opportunities. A lot of places, you got to kind of shoot and run. But, I would shoot like my pinups just on regular solid background paper. And that's what it lent itself to. I'd do high key. I'd do low key. I'd shoot at sunset. I'd shoot all different types, times of the day. I worked with some great hairstylists and makeup artists. And that's what I prefer doing is having a makeup artist and hairstylist. Now some of these models could do their own hair and makeup. Some were pretty acrobatic. Everybody brought something different. And if there's one thing I found, it's that just being pretty doesn't make someone a good model or a good subject for an image. It takes a lot more than that, because I'm not just shooting the body. I'm looking in the eyes. I want to get something out of their eyes, see what they have inside. The eyes truly are the window to the soul. And it took me too long to realize that. Took me too long to be able to see crazy in a woman's eyes, but I've got that down pat. I can see that from a mile away, but you can just see somebody's mood, their expression, and a lot about their personality through their eyes. And whether they're looking directly at the camera or away from the camera, that's a lot of what I was going for. Try to shoot who they are inside, but still showing their outer form kind of as a frame to that. Now, one of the jokes around Chicago and the people that shot with me was wardrobe. Sometimes just bring whatever you got. Sometimes, there were wardrobe stylists, but not too often. Usually, women had some pretty stuff they wanted to shoot in, or something very simple. But one of the things was a very limited wardrobe. Sometimes, shoots we didn't have wardrobe at all. They were wearing shoes or boots, and that's it. That might be the whole wardrobe for the shoot. But we didn't shoot a lot of that in public, although I did shoot with a couple models on a rooftop, and that got the attention of the guys in the bank building across the street. But it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed shooting with these folks in Chicago, and everyone was different. The last photographic work I did was about 8, almost 9 years ago. I shot some stuff for a radio station in Peoria. They did a calendar. So they brought a bunch of girls into a cool location. It used to be a brewery, I think, and set up lighting and shot everyone different. Gave everyone their own personality, their own color palette. And if we had instruments, great. It was fun, shot the personalities from the radio station. But after that, I moved to a small town, and there's really nowhere to shoot here. It's a very conservative area compared to living in Chicago or LA or Las Vegas. And I live in a small house, which isn't conducive to shooting. So I just basically hung up my camera, and I don't see a lot of opportunity for shooting anything else. I think that might be behind me, but who knows? I could get inspired someday to shoot again. I understand everything still. I still have the craft within me. It's just I don't have the tools in front of me or the people to inspire me. So I will be using some of these images in giveaways. My 1,000 subscriber giveaway, I'll be giving away some type of photo product. I don't know if it'll be a bass drum head. I did put images on a couple of different bass drum heads, so I have those. I might give one of those away, might give small prints away. I'm thinking about that. I'm trying to figure out how to use my artwork in conjunction with this channel. But please do, if you have any, if you want to see different t-shirts, some of the images I've gone through today here, if you'd like to see more of these available on t-shirts or sweatshirts or hoodies or coffee cups, whatever you want, let me know. But please do check out the links below. Check out my PG merch store, and also any adults out there who are of the age of majority and older. Check out my other work too. And if you want a nice fine art print, that's a good place to go, Fine Art America, to get those. So both links are below. Let me know what you think of the work, and let me know how you'd like to see me using those. But there'll be more of those to come. I'll be sharing those in some way, shape, or form going forward. But thanks a lot for your time. Thanks for stopping by. If you like the video, please click like. Click the bell icon to be notified of future videos, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks very much. I'll see you soon.